On February 22nd, students and staff enjoyed Joe the Trickstar Assembly. Joe is an NBA All-Star performer from Kenya. He has 12 Guinness World Records. The assembly was unique because he not only tells his audience that they will succeed if they work hard, but also shows them through his personal achievement with basketball tricks. Joe believes that having faith in yourself, persistence, patience, hard work, and responsibility will help you succeed in life. In the assembly, Joe shared his amazing basketball spinning and dribbling tricks. His talent includes dribbling 5 balls with his feet and hands and spinning multiple balls at the same time. Students and staff were all amazed by his act. Many students and staff become part of the act. Students help Joe spin multiple balls by holding large pencils and other items. The teachers also help Joe spin 8 basketballs at once. Some enthusiastic basketball players also got the chance to steal balls from Joe while he was dribbling. Joe ended the assembly by beating a new record for spinning and juggling 2 balls at the same time. The afternoon is fun and inspiring for all.
I DJ'd in the whole assembly with Joe playing basketball and doing tricks. I've played lots of music.
I like the performance because I went up and then Joe get to spin the ball and I get to hold it with 2 hands and I like it when the ball spins around.
Help get past the basketballs to Joe when he needed them to show off his amazing skills. And I had a time of my life. That's probably my whole junior 11th grade highlight right there.
I will never forget when I played him one-on-one. That was very fun. I didn't think I honestly thought I did better than I thought I would, but I knew he's a real long athlete, and so it was tough, but whenever you get an opportunity like that, you always got to go for it and say yes. So it was a really cool experience for me, and I think it also benefit me and my basketball as well.
Hope you enjoy the assembly and keep on shooting for the stars.
For Officer Appreciation Week, students sat down for a safety assembly given by Officer Tracey Unga. She talked to us about her work as a police officer, general safety, and stranger danger. Remember, if a stranger tries to approach you, scream and run away. She also showed us her utility belt and took questions from the audience. The junior high students presented Tracey with a thank you card signed by the students.
I learned 2 things when a stranger approaches you. 1, you yell, then you run.
I think it was very, very great. And I want to go inside and tell Officer Tracey, thank you so much for your help.
Thank you, local law enforcement, and I'll see you next time on Stanbridge Student News.
On March 7th, I interviewed Maggie to learn more about her experience at Stanbridge because she is the employee who has been at the school for the longest, since 1991. She is a familiar face at Stanbridge to both current and former students, so I wanted to know more about her and why she is at Stanbridge. How long have you been teaching at Stanbridge?
Well, I've been teaching on and off, I think about 17 years. But when I first came to Stanbridge, it was in 1991, and my daughter Lizzie was diagnosed as having autism. She'd been in 4 school settings that year. She was 5 years old, and I was just terrified of leaving her in a school by herself. So we found Stanbridge, and I was hanging around so much, they said, well, Betty Scalf, who was managing the front office at that point, said, you can't just hang around all day, you've got to be doing something. So for a short while, I did some subbing, and I shredded paper and make copies for teachers and stuff like that. And then in 1994, I was hired in the front office, and then I started doing PE and reading and writing. And then for many years, I was lower L teacher. Then I went to Africa in 2009 and came back to the front office in 2012.
Tell me about your experience at Stanbridge and how the school has changed.
The school has changed a great deal since I started here. In 1991, it was a school that was very small. It had students with a wide variety of needs and wide variety of strengths. It wasn't accredited, and over the years, it's kind of like watching a child grow up. It's become so much more organized, so much more standardized in a way, in a good way though. I mean, we can still address the needs of the various needs of the students, but we're also doing it within a framework that people can trust. And I think that's the biggest thing.
What's your favorite part of teaching here at Stanbridge?
I love that moment when your whole class kind of pulls together and starts being friends with each other and starts being a team and trusting the environment and feeling contented and ready to learn. I just love when they decide, oh, I love science or I love reading, because they've decided it's a safe place and it's comfortable for them.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
It was fun to learn more about Maggie. Thank you for watching. See you next time on Stanbridge Student News.
On Thursday, February 11th, Mary Hurlbut took the seniors, juniors, and the fifth-year students to Foothill College. Students went to the college to check out the campus and learn about the Transitional Work Program. Alumna Catherine O'Farrell showed them around the campus on an official tour. I interviewed a few students to ask what they liked about the campus and the trip.
My favorite part was just experiencing college life. It's much harder. You have much more homework than you would in high school.
I like how big the campus is. Like there's a lot of space to talk around.
The Transition to Work program helps students develop life skills in order to live independently and help them find jobs. The whole campus is like a city. They have a lot of internships in their school campus. For example, they allow students to intern at the bookstore and the cafeteria.
What I liked about the Foothill field trip was they took me in depth into the program, so I could help figure out if I liked it or not, and I could help figure out what kind of program would work for me in the future.
This has been Stanbridge Student News, and I will see you next time.
This is a quick reminder to all high school students. There will be an after-school movie this Friday, which will be announced this Wednesday. If you're interested in attending, make sure to check with your parents and tag along after school. Also, bring $20 for snacks and a ticket. That'll be all, so we will now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Stanbridge gives its students the privilege to watch movies in class and on special after-school movie trips organized by SPA, but that comes with the rules saying that the movie selected must not be rated R or NC-17. However, you wouldn't follow rules without reading them first, and the Motion Picture Association of America, or MPAA, sets the rules for the ratings all movies receive. This begs the question, should our ratings or the MPAA automatically make decisions for Stanbridge? Of course, you wouldn't take the students to see Deadpool, The Hateful Eight, District 9, or Spy, but some R-rated movies have educational value. These include The King's Speech and Steve Jobs, as well as certain adaptations of Beowulf and Macbeth, which are often read in English. Nevertheless, broadcasting class had a roundtable discussion on this topic. Alison said that R-rated movies with educational value are fine to show, but she sees no reason to watch other R-rated movies. Benji says there are so many PG-13 movies that R-rated movies would be hard to justify. Sophie said that the permission slip should give the option for R ratings if parents allow.
My final and most definite answer is that an R-rated restriction is just fine. It is totally doable, and it's not a bad thing. It shouldn't feel like a restriction, no pun intended.
All the students agreed that if a movie like Deadpool has a lot of hype, see it with your parents, not your teachers. I think you should get some reference material and share with your friends before making any movie watching decisions. For now, it seems that students agree with the rule that teachers should not allow R-rated movies in school. Thanks for watching. See you next time on Stanbridge Student News.